Most of us know someone who suffers from pain. In the U.S., an estimated 51 million people live with chronic pain. Today, their suffering is compounded by restrictions on the medication many need, opioids. Carol Marine and students from DePaul University's Center for Journalism Integrity and Excellence investigate, and Carol joins us now. Welcome back, Carol.
Thank you, Brandis. We know about the opioid crisis that's killed 640,000 people nationwide since 1999, according to the National Institutes of Health. But tonight, there's another crisis, a result of the former crisis. Many chronic pain sufferers are struggling to get the prescribed medications they need, and you're about to meet two of them. We begin with a Norwood Park woman who says she has to go from pharmacy to fill her prescription.
You are the one walking in and hoping and praying that this pharmacist will have sympathy, empathy, and help you fill this prescription.
Melzinia Conley is 66 years old. She says she started experiencing chronic pain in 2006. Can't live without these.
No.
To try and ease the hurt, she takes 6 pills a day, prescribed opioids called Percocet.
It allows you to manage, but at least you are able to keep your house clean, go to the grocery store. Yeah, you're gonna hurt, but it keeps you sane.
As her day wears on, the pain, she says, increases.
By 2 o'clock this afternoon, I feel like I'm dragging my left side of my body. By that night, I'm in sheer pain. The only thing I can do is lay down and complain.
Conley is diagnosed with complex regional pain syndrome, or CRPS. The pain is so bad, it is commonly known as the suicide disease.
I can be honest. There's been so many times I wanted to give up.
Some 50 miles southwest of Chicago in Sandwich, Illinois, Christy Ernst, like Melzinia Conley, struggles with pain.
I think people look at you and say, you look fine. You know what? You look fine. I don't understand. But it's pervasive and it's there all the time. So this is what I take on a daily basis. I throw it in my purse.
She has had 15 major surgeries and been in chronic pain for over a decade. Like Conley, she is prescribed Percocet. And like Conley, it's increasingly hard, she says, to fill her prescription from her local pharmacist.
They're telling me that it's a supply issue, that they're just not able to access that the supply has been cut way back.
So she makes the round trip from Sandwich all the way to Naperville to fill her prescription at Edward Hospital. What's happening to Ernst and Conley is happening to many others. The opioid crisis has now created a secondary crisis. In the early 2000s, opioids were heavily marketed and in some cases overprescribed. What followed was a rise in opioid overdose deaths. Federal regulators moved in to constrict both the manufacture and the prescribing of those drugs. The question now, whether that became an overcorrection that went too far. It's become a crisis, says Chris Herndon.
We are currently in a number of what I would consider to be crisis status of shortages of individual drugs, where our patients just can't get them because the pharmacies can't get them.
He's a professor of pharmacy practice at Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville.
There's a pendulum that swings around this particular class of medications where we have loosening and tightening of the belt in terms of access.
In north suburban Bartlett at the local pharmacy there, Dr. Naren Kashoba sees the shortage play out on a daily basis.
We are monitored by the DEA, physicians, prescribers, and pharmacists. So we have to be careful how much we're dispensing. They have to be careful how much they're prescribing. So we're all trying to follow the rules.
Caught in the middle are those in pain seeking medication. The whiteboard at the Bartlett Pharmacy shows drug after drug on back order.
I would say that the DEA plays a large part in the constriction. They set production quotas, so how much opioid we're allowed to actually manufacture in the United States every year, and those quotas have been going down annually.
And going up is the frustration of chronic pain sufferers like Malzinia Conley and Christy Ernst.
So there's some days when well, not some days, every day I would love to go and participate, but there's just some days when I'll get my coat on and I'll be in tears. I can't do it.
I have people always tell me, how do you take that? Do you fear about getting addicted? It's so many different things. They don't understand how I get up in the morning, put these clothes on and shower, and how I feel.
Despite repeated requests, we were not able to have a conversation with the DEA concerning the questions about whether there has been a constriction on the manufacture and distribution of opioids, or in the words of Chris Herndon, the pendulum of production. Brandis.
And Carol, it can be kind of hard to understand and describe pain. What do the people who monitor pain management tell you?
They call it the fifth vital sign now. But the problem is I can measure your respiration, your blood pressure, your cholesterol, cannot measure your pain. You have to tell me, and I have to believe you.
Okay. Carol Maureen, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And that is our show for this Tuesday.